Hi guys, it's Sarah from the Muller Rose 9314. I'm so happy because my set behind me is amazing. Well, actually it's my room, but this is where I film most of my stuff. I finally got my Divergent Insurgent poster in there, as well as my House and Net posters over there. So I'm happy about the new placement of things. So let's get started. As you know, today is Wednesday, which is usually my top 5 Wednesday videos, which is created by Ginger Reads Laney. If you want to go check her out, I would totally do so. But today's topic is a topic that I love reading about, and that is top 5 books that involve mental health and illness. I have only 2 books here that are in physical form, but 5 books on the page, so let's get started. Coming in at number 5 for me is All the Days of Her Life by Laureline McDaniel, and this is a story of, it's been so long since I've read this actually. Lacey, yeah, her name was Lacey. I remember that. This is a story of Lacey. She's struggling with diabetes, being recently diagnosed with diabetes, and all the while having an eating disorder as well to fit in with the popular crowd. So that book really took me by surprise. I really liked it, especially with her connection to all the other girls from the One Last Wish Foundation. That was that. Coming in at number 4 is a book that I briefly remember, but I still really enjoyed that, and that is Cut by Patricia. I'm sorry, I don't remember the last name of the author, but the book follows. I don't remember much about this book. I remember it was a pretty good book because it was about a girl who gets placed in a health institution after she cuts herself a little too deep, and that book was really good. Sorry about that. Coming in at number 3 is one of my personal favorite contemporary novels of all time, and that is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. We follow the main protagonist, Clay. He's just, chilling, being himself, a normal day in his life, and then suddenly tapes from a girl who just barely committed suicide show up at his door, so he spends all the night trying to find out what happens to the main character, who's Hannah. And this was a really good book. If you're in the mood to read a book about mental health and illness, this one deals with a heavy issue of suicide, and this explains why, the 13 reasons why she killed herself, which is 13 different people who had the influence of making her kill herself. So that was really deep. I really loved this book. And I'm just like, ah. And you're probably thinking, what could be better than 13 Reasons Why? Well, I do have two examples. One of them is sadly not with me. I cannot find it. I don't know why. It's not in my possession. But coming in at number 2 is Impulse by Ellen Hawkins. Impulse follows 3 teenagers. Connor. Actually, all I can remember is Connor. If I read Perfect, I can remember the rest of their names. But I remember it's a really good book. They're in an institution for mental health problems, and it was really fascinating to read about the mental health institution, especially Connor's point of view from being from a perfect family, which is what the companion novel Perfect is about. I guess I could have put that in here too, but I didn't, because nothing can really beat Impulse, because I didn't really care about the characters in Perfect as much as Impulse. And bringing it back, coming in at number 1 is a book that I could tell you a lot about, and that is Identical by Ellen Hawkins. I chose this one as number 1 because this book surprised me. I didn't know there was going to be a mental health issue in this book, but for people who haven't read this book, I don't want to spoil people for it. but there is mental health and illness in this book. And the book is fascinating because you don't know that one of the main characters has this disease, and it's interesting, and then it just totally blows your mind at the end of the book that she has this, and I'm just over here like, she had that? Like, this is why I debuted it at number 1, because it took me by surprise. I loved both the main characters. It was really interesting and fascinating and really, really fucked up book. So that Identical definitely gets number 1 for me. And then that was it. That was my top 5. I really wish I could put the book that I'm reading now in my top 5, and that is Every Last Word by Tamara Ireland Stone. I've gotten to page 60. I'm at page 60 at the moment. I'm at page 60 at this moment, and it's a really good book. It's about a girl with obsessive compulsive disorder, and I really, really love it so far, and I really wish it could be on this list, but it is the books that I have read, and I can't put it on this list, and it wouldn't be fair to the other books, but I definitely would say that Identical is one of my personal favorite books of this list. So what about you guys? What is your top 5 books of mental health and illness? So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!